Hi, this is David with Hanson, Carlen Architecture and Construction, and today I'm going to share with you a recipe for construction. My recipe I'm going to share with you today doesn't involve measuring cups, it involves shovels. And what you do is you take 4 shovels full of gravel, 2 shovelfuls of sand, and 1 shovel full of Portland cement, and you get the most amazing product in the world when you mix it with water. That's concrete. What we have here is concrete forms, and concrete's the most amazing product and the most used product in building industry today. Today I'm going to talk to you about building foundations, and we're doing a little form project. My father used to do a lot of additions when I was a young man. And anyway, we have a whole set of forms. We have enough forms to do a small house. These are all kept at our shop. And so we don't get these out too often, but it's something that our company has that we are able to do and be able to do the foundation work, and we're kind of set up to do that, even though we all hate it. When you hire us, you're hiring some carpenters that are highly skilled from the very beginning of a project to having our own cabinet shop, which I hate, and we gotta bring these home and get them all back into our yard at the house, but it's just something funny that we have. So many tools that are specialized to each type of thing in construction, like, you know, we have our own chute, we have our own rebar bender and form oil stuff. You know, we have hundreds of these Johnny brackets that we can put the walls together with. So it's kind of like when you hire us, you're hiring a company that really has the tools and the equipment to be able to finish any project to a high standard and a high degree, and that's what we're looking for. A lot of different types of forming systems out there, and once you kind of get started with a forming system, you kind of have to go with that because you get a ton of money into forming and forms. This system here uses a snap tie. What we're doing here is there's 2 kinds of snap ties. Both of these are for an 8-inch wall. You can get various ones. You notice this one here has washers on it, and this one here has cones. So on this project, since we are going to be putting stucco over this, we want to have a finished wall here, and so the stucco is going to get a brown coat. This is it'll be on the outside, but you can see these cones, they come out, and that allows you to snap the tie off deep into the concrete instead of having the washer. So let me show you this. Here's a form tie that's broke off with a snap tie with a cone, and you can see the snap tie is way in there. That way you can finish this off without having a washer or something like that, and it'll work a lot better for the stucco coat that's going on. The South Hill of Spokane, you just never know what you'll find, but one thing almost guaranteed is that you're going to find some rock. So Spokane, normally in the valley, is a lot of gravel, but you get on the South Hill and there's rock, and that's what we hit on this. You can see here we started hitting rock that was hard to dig almost immediately. We had a 30,000-pound excavator, but by the time we got to about this level here, we had to go get a giant breaker for the excavator. And we broke all of this rock down to get to the point that we want. And so this is it's a big unknown when you're digging on the South Hill, whether you're going to hit rock or not, and then how hard the rock is. When it starts getting to this blue color here, this is the real hard stuff here. By the end, when we're chipping down here, he was sitting there pecking on this stuff, and we were only getting about that much dirt at a time. So we just barely made the level that we wanted with our foundation. Is it any surprise that we hit rock when this is poking out at a different place of the back further from our ADU here? So a lot of homes, or actually almost most homes on the South Hill, don't have a decent garage, and this home was like that. It had a teeny garage, but there was no backup room or anything, so it seemed like a lot of these homes built, you know, over 100 years ago were made for different cars than what we had today.